The whole world knows who Lamine Yamal is. He is a shifty, explosive, amazing, and talented footballer. So for today's video, we're gonna break down a few things to increase and to have elite change of direction of movements just like him. Things that we actually do here in the gym, how it actually translates on to the field. And that's my big goal here today. A lot of people don't understand how things that we do here is actually gonna carry over, and I'm gonna break it down just so you can kind of get that insight. And I know you guys are really gonna enjoy it. So I have a plan that you need to be doing. You need to start this as soon as this video is over. Again, just so we can become a next level player and we can make a difference out on the pitch. So without further ado, let's just get straight into the video.
Top of the morning, I know that you thought I was dormant. Woke up early from shots that was swarming the block.
This goes without saying, but you'd be surprised a lot of people don't know this. How do you get good at taking on players, going around them, all that stuff? How do you get good at that? The answer is simple. You practice those exact situations, those exact scenarios. That's how you get good at anything. And then we can start to break them down further. So the first thing, practice that situation. Play football, play a lot, play on the streets, get good at small-sided games. The second thing, you practice the skill on your own, whatever you're trying to get good at. And now the third thing, this is the aspect that I'm gonna be teaching you guys right here. How to get stronger in those exact positions, how to get powerful so you can explode away, and what are the mechanics looking like. So I'm gonna show you a strength movement, I'm gonna show you a power movement, and I'm gonna show you some speed exercises that you should be implementing as soon as possible so your game is much easier. And I'll say this, for some people, changing direction and being shifty, all that stuff, that comes natural to a lot of footballers. To those footballers who started at a young age, who were exposed to the right environments, who figured things out on their own, who are naturally talented, gifted, with amazing genetics. But that doesn't mean it cannot be trained. You can still take your game to another level. And the younger you are and the earlier you start, the better it's gonna be. So we're gonna be artificially implementing these things. So enough of me rambling, let's just get to it. All right, guys, so the specific movement or movements that we're gonna be strengthening to get better and all that stuff is gonna be pushing off laterally, right? So this obviously happens a lot in the game. You have to push off to get rid of a defender, right? So we're working on what we call the frontal plane, going from side to side, right? And whenever you can do this very effectively, things on the pitch are gonna be much easier. So this is a key movement that you're gonna be exposed to a lot in the game, especially when you're trying to get rid of defenders. And we have to learn how to do things without a ball sometimes, right? Or we can at least break it down here. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to produce forces to go off this way, right here, right? That push up right there. That's what I'm gonna teach you on how to get stronger. This lateral lunge movement right over here, right? So if I put up most of my weight on this right leg here and I go like this and I come back up, that's how we're gonna strengthen this leg here. Now, what does this look like to you? All right, so if I'm going into a change of direction of movements, here, my body angles are like this, and then this foot is able to push off. So we can use a slider to get strong in this position. We can just go into a lateral lunge, which is gonna add more of a deceleration component, which is gonna be key whenever you are wanting to change direction. If you cannot hit the brakes, you're not gonna be able to change direction as fast as someone who can hit the brakes. And we can utilize a barbell as well, and using the bench over here as feedback as far as how low to get. Boom. Because with the barbell, you're gonna really be able to load it. And notice how my butt goes back into it. Okay, we've just done the strength movement. Now for the power exercises that you need to be adding to your routine are gonna be the lateral bound, and I'm gonna show you a couple of variations. The first one is gonna be probably the more specific one, is gonna be this one here. Here, right? So you're learning to produce force laterally, which is gonna help you ultimately explode and get out of that situation. So again, like you have the ball and you're able to push off to the side, right? So just connect it like that. A lot of young footballers or those that aren't as powerful, right? We need to kind of train in these deeper ranges, okay? So I just showed you number one. Number two, and maybe most of y'all need to start right here, is a deeper lateral bound. And notice how I touch the floor, and this one is gonna be a little bit slower. And that's okay because we're gonna be gaining strength, but I can speed it up. As you're going fast and getting in those deep positions, now you're also training your body to be strong and produce forces at high speeds in those low positions. And something a little bit more free flow can be a continuous lateral bound something like this. And from the side, it should look something like this. That's gonna be the power exercises. For the specific speed drills that we need to do, we can start off by first mastering deceleration, because changing direction, you first have to hit the brakes. That's deceleration. At one point, your body is traveling 0 miles per hour, 0 kilometers per hour, and then you have to accelerate to change direction, right? So let's break this down. We can start off with drill number 1, hitting the brakes, going, right? We are starting to hit the brakes, and that's drill number 1. Drill number 2, whenever we want to get more specific, now we start going in a lateral aspect, and we start introducing some technique as well. So I'm here, right? I'm going to get a good distance apart. Like, what is this? About a good 4 feet, kind of be free flow, boom, and get yourself in this position right here. Start mastering this angle that you're seeing here, because ultimately, that's how we're gonna get out of it. Angles, all right? Another thing, your body momentum. Make sure you're pushing yourself in the other direction that you're trying to change directions to.
If you want to train like a professional footballer, check out my Ultimate Footballer plans. And if you want something more custom and specific to you, I offer custom plans. This is the plan that my pro footballers use. I've been privileged to work with some amazing professional footballers like you're seeing right here on the screen. If you want something more tailored to you to get you ready, whether it's off-season, preseason, in-season, guys, that's gonna be the plan for you.
All right, guys, so I showed you how to decelerate, showed you how to decelerate in that lateral position, and more specific, again, so all about those shin angles, right? So whenever I'm here, those shin angles need to be pointing in the direction that I'm going to be going to. Now, what's the third and final thing? The third and final speed exercise is simply going to be changing direction and actually getting out of there. 3, 2, 1, sprint, boom, get out of there. Just like that. 1, sprint, boom, push, get out of there. Some of you guys, my younger generation, this may be tough, just coordinating yourself, right? And if you find something in here that you're not good at, take that as an opportunity for you to learn. And like I said, some players may already be fast, explosive, all this, and still not be good at this. Now imagine if you started adding on some of these things at an appropriate dose, okay? Because especially when it comes to strength training, we don't need to be lifting in the gym 4 times a week. Sometimes twice is good enough, sometimes once, especially if we're in season, right? You're a footballer first, and that's my priority. Right, to me being a strength and conditioning coach, I always say play football. How do I get better at this like football movement? Do it, repeat it, all right? Now, how do I supplement it? With the gym. The gym supplements, guys. The gym supplements, the gym doesn't take over. Right now, let's go over how to implement this into your program. All right, team, there's 2 ways that you can do this. You can set separate time to train these things, right? So in your gym program, include the lateral lunge, one of these 3 variations. And team, if you're looking for a program that already has that to save yourself the headache, check out one of my programs, right? It's gonna save you so much time. They're pro proven, and this is what gets a lot of my players to that elite level. Some that are playing at D1 universities, playing across in Europe, and also some of my pro and national team players. Or if you're looking for something more specific to you, I offer custom and personalized plans. Here's my email right here, send me an email. Also, include the power exercises and speed exercises. And if you're gonna do this on the same day, do it before your strength work. So first you wanna do the speed, then you wanna do the power, and then we follow it up with strength work, right? Or the next method we can use is you can do your gym work at a separate time, and then whenever you hit the pitch, you got 5-10 minutes after your warm-up, practice these things, do it every day. Do it every single day for 5, maybe even just 5 minutes, a couple of minutes. This is gonna go a long, long way. So you start reprogramming the body. You start getting that body used to these specific movements, okay? And if we're doing it for just 5 minutes, 3 to 4 times a week, there's no way that we can overdose on it, okay? Because what I'm looking is for quality. I want you to take time and rest in between reps. We're not trying to do conditioning. Conditioning is for a separate drill, all right? But whenever it comes to quality, you need to be well rested. Guys, if you feel like you learned something here today, please give it a like, subscribe for more high quality content just like this. Check out the programs I have on my website, personalized plans as well to get you to that next level. Whether you're going through injuries or you're going through the off season, this is what I do. This is what I do for a living. As you can see, I train a lot of teams. I train a lot of players from different ages up to the professional level, guys. And I want you guys to win as well. So if you want to hire me, here's my email, and I'll see you guys on the next one.